Good day, everyone. Welcome to our English class. This is teacher Lorms Abens. Teaching is my passion. Tayo na at matuto. Welcome to English lesson of grade 6. Today, we will be learning about the elements of a story. Let's read the story, The Good Samaritan. A certain man traveling down from Jerusalem to Jericho fell among thieves on the way. They took his clothes away and wounded him, leaving him half dead. By chance, a Jewish priest passed by and saw the man but did not stop. A Levite passed by him and he too did not stop. A certain Samaritan journeyed and stopped when he saw the half-dead man. He went down and treated his wounds, pouring on it oil and wine. Then he brought him to an inn and took care of him. When the Samaritan left, he gave some money to the innkeeper and asked him to take care of the wounded man, and if there are still expenses to be paid, the Samaritan would pay him when he gets back. The questions below are about the story you have just read. Answer them correctly on your notebook. Number 1. Where did the story happen? Number 2. Who are the characters in the story? Number 3. Who do you think is the hero in the story? Number 4. Who is the villain in the parable? Number 5. What does this parable teach us? Stories are accounts of imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment. When we read stories, analyzing the elements would help the readers understand the story better. Today, we will learn the elements of the story. Character. The character is a person, animal, or imaginary creature that appears in a story. In the story of The Good Samaritan, the Samaritan and the wounded man are the main characters, and the priest, the Levite, the innkeeper, and the thieves are minor characters. The character, whether male or female, that is typically identified with good qualities and with whom the reader is expected to sympathize, is the hero or the protagonist. In the story, The Good Samaritan is the hero because he was the one having good qualities. The villain or antagonist, on the other hand, is also another character in the story. This often refers to as the evil in the story, and that is identified with bad qualities. He or she is the one giving the protagonist some problems. In the story, the thieves are the villains because they took the clothes away and wounded the man, leaving him half dead. There are kinds of characters. One is dynamic and the other is static. A dynamic character is the one whose qualities change according to his or her experiences, mistakes, and encounters with other characters. For instance, one character who is mean in the beginning may become kind and forgiving at the end of the story due to his or her experiences. A static character, on the other hand, is one who generally does not change or develop at all. His or her character remains the same all throughout the story. For instance, if the character is kind and forgiving at the beginning of the story, he remains the same when the story ends. Another element is the setting. It is the time and place in which the story unfolds. The time could be in the past, the present, or the future, during the day or the night, in any season. The place or scene may be imaginary or real. In the story, The Good Samaritan, between Jerusalem and Jericho is the place where the story happened. The questions that follow measure your understanding of the concepts discussed. Choose the best answer, then write your answer on your notebook. In this lesson, Number one, in this lesson, narratives can be evaluated by analyzing how the author developed the A. Theme and plot, B. Setting and characters, C. Point of view and theme, D. Conflict and theme. Number two, the element that refers to the person, animal, or imaginary creature that appears in a story. A. Setting, B. Character, C. Conflict, D. Theme. Number three, the element that refers to the time, place, weather condition, and historical background of the story. A. Setting, B. Character, C. Conflict, D. Theme. Number four, the character who gives problems to the main character. A. Evil, B. Protagonist, C. Villain, D. Author. Now let's us check if you got the correct answers. Number one, in this lesson, narratives can be evaluated by analyzing how the authors develop the answer is letter B, setting and characters. Number two, the element that refers to the person, animal, or imaginary creature that appears in a story. The answer is letter B, character. Number three, the element that refers to the time, place, weather condition, and historical background of the story. The answer is letter A, setting. And number four, the character who gives problems to the main character. The answer is letter C, villain. Good job, class! Thank you for listening. We will discuss the other elements of the story in the next class. For now, see you in the next lesson. And see you next time. Once again, this is Teacher Lorms Evans. Remember, teaching is my passion. See you next time. Goodbye, class.